First of all, I just want to say that whatever happened today, it was very much unfortunate. How can you organize goons to go and beat up? I saw the lawyer. Somebody was carrying just his files, an old man, just going, and then the young people comes and, and who have been hired with rungus and all that. That's not the country that we want today. Number two, I also want to tell, if this man who was sitting there was an armed person, why can't you arrest him? Arrest him. Because for you to shoot somebody, he must have something in hand. Maybe the machete is threatening the life of a police and all that. But if this person is not threatening anyone, is not doing whatever, then you just come and you shoot that person in the head at the broad daylight. This is a very much unfortunate. It's very much unfortunate incident that ever happened. When we are at the moment of condemning whatever happened to the young man Albert, we are seeking justice. But instead, again, that's why I say that all these police, they need anti-riots to be taken into the refresher course so that they get to know how to manage their public, their anger, and how to manage the crowds and all that. Yeah? I'm a politician, yes. Like for my case, there's a situation whereby I tell my security people, it is me to handle. And I handle the people, and I handle without even giving a lot of pressure to the to my security team, because I will laugh with them, I will talk to the people, and at the end of the day, you find like I've solved the problem without using a lot of efforts, without using a lot of. So you can imagine 1,000 youth being thrown in the CBD of Nairobi. I don't know how much was being spent per person. Maybe could be 5,000, or I don't know how much. That much, it shows that is how people they have the money that they have stolen. Now they're just, instead of creating job opportunity for this young person, so this is an unfortunate event that we must condemn and call for the justice of that guy called Eli Joshua, as we continue also asking for the justice to Albert Ojwang. We are Kenyans, and Kenyans, we are not going to be divided. We, the young people, we are not divided on the basis of tribal. When it comes to life, it surpasses the interest from where the tribal cocoons and whatever. Thank you so much, and let's keep moving so that we find like we must make Kenya a country whereby anyone can live without fear of being killed or whatever. And that's the country, we want, a secured country called Kenya. And that is the democracy that we are looking for. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Babu Owino, Member of Parliament for Embakasi East constituency. I stand before you today not just as a voice of concern, but as a citizen who is deeply outraged by the senseless violence we are witnessing. The recent attacks by goons on innocent people are not just cowardly. They are a direct assault on the values we hold dear as a society: the value of peace, value of dignity, and justice. Let me be clear today with what is happening in Nairobi at the CBD. There is no place for violence in a civilized society. No ideology, no agenda, no grievance justifies raising a hand against another human being. These goons, these thugs are not heroes. They are criminals, and they must be treated as such. We cannot and will not remain silent when our fellow citizens are beaten, harassed, and intimidated. Silence in the face of such brutality is complicity. It is our moral duty to speak up, to demand accountability, and to ensure that those responsible are brought to book. I also take this opportunity to condemn the senseless killing of one innocent protester at the CBD today by a police officer. An officer whose responsibility is to protect lives and to protect property. But instead, these officers resorted into taking lives. I want to condemn this with the contempt it deserves. And I want to warn this officer, having known very well what is happening in this country, that his own boss is going to be charged for murder. How can you move further to kill an innocent protester whose only mistake is to go on the street to protest against the death of one of their own, the death of one Albert Ojwang, who was senselessly killed too in the hands of the police officers. Such police officers are criminals. Such police officers must be condemned. Such police officers must take plea, must be charged with murder. And we are waiting, we are seeing your actions, and at the right time, we will also act. To the governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja, your actions today do not make you strong. Hurting others does not give you power. It reveals your weakness. It reveals your fear. It reveals your utter lack of respect for the rule of law. And we will not allow fear to win. I want to tell you clearly that you've hurt so many people, but the goons that you've hired today at the CBD to hurt people during demonstrations, and we will not take it lightly. To the victims and families, you are not alone. We see you, we stand with you, and we will continue to fight for a society where everyone can live without fear, regardless of their background, beliefs, and opinions. Let us send a message loud and clear that we will not be bullied, we will not be silenced, and we will never stop fighting for justice. We will never stop fighting for peace and for the right of every individual in this county and in this country. What the governor has done is completely unacceptable. I condemn it strongly, and I believe that he can do better. When he was campaigning, he used to say that siasa bila chuki, siasa bila vita. But now, what are we seeing in Nairobi? A disorganized county, a county that should be organized instead of being antagonized by the governor with the help of the government. We want to warn the goons that you need to stay at home. When people are peacefully demonstrating against the death of one Albert Ojwang that was so gruesome, a death that every Kenyan condemned, you come and you start dancing on the grave of the dead by trying to intimidate fellow Nairobians, fellow Kenyans who are fighting for justice. I want to say that you are criminals and you must be dealt with accordingly. And therefore, Nairobians, do not fear. We are with you. We will stand by your side. We will fight by your side. As Babu Owino, I will always be by the side of the people. God bless you and thank you all.